This is not a story about a king, or a president, or a dictator. This is a story about power, and what it does to ordinary people when it forgets who it exists for. David was not poor. He worked hard, paid his taxes, believed the system worked if you followed the rules. He believed effort was rewarded, that honesty mattered, that the future was something you could build. Most people do. That belief is where the story begins. Power never announces itself. It doesn't say, "From today your life will get harder." It arrives quietly, through new policies, new fees, new rules explained as necessary. Rent increases. Healthcare costs rise. Education becomes expensive. Nothing dramatic, nothing illegal, just enough pressure to make survival harder and rest impossible. David starts working longer hours, but earning less. Power loves to say, "You have options." But options disappear. When every path costs money you don't have. If you complain, you're called lazy. If you struggle, you're told to work harder. If you fall behind, you're blamed. The system doesn't break you all at once. It exhausts you. When people become poor, they don't just lose money. They lose time. They lose energy. They lose dignity. David stops thinking about the future. He starts thinking about next month, next bill, next emergency. This is not an accident. A tired population doesn't question power. A desperate population doesn't organize. A struggling population blames itself. Power stays comfortable, while people fight to survive. Those at the top call it economic reality. Those below call it life. Power begins to speak a different language. Numbers, growth, markets. People become statistics. Communities become data points. David becomes invisible, not because he failed, but because the system no longer sees him as human. Power doesn't need violence when it controls access. Access to education, access to healthcare, access to opportunity. When everything costs money, poverty becomes punishment, and punishment becomes normal. People stop asking, "Why is this happening?" They start asking, "What did I do wrong?" That is the real victory of power. Being poor is not just hard, it is humiliating. Paperwork, waiting lines, rejections without explanation. You feel smaller, less capable, less worthy. David avoids eye contact, avoids conversations, avoids hope. Not because he is weak, but because the system trained him to feel that way. Power no longer needs to push. People push themselves down. They accept less, expect less, dream less. A society doesn't collapse when people become poor. It collapses when people believe they deserve it. This is not a failure of individuals. It is a design, a system where wealth concentrates, power protects itself, and struggle becomes permanent. Not because there isn't enough, but because control requires imbalance. David's story is not unique. It is repeating, quietly, globally, daily. The danger is not poverty alone. The danger is a world where ordinary people disappear while power grows untouchable. And the most dangerous moment is when suffering feels normal, because that's when power stops fearing the people. A society should never ask,